And we say, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with another preview video today. I say another, I know it's been a little while, been a minute, but we're going to try to knock some out this summer and throughout the rest of the spring. I know we still got 2 months of that. I was going, you know what I was going to do for this video? I wanted to do West Virginia next because it is the first preview video since the passing of our dear friend Golden Blue Dude. So I figured I'd make it up to him and not make it up to him, but I figured in tribute and in honor of Golden Blue Dude, I want to first shout out Joey Foster for being a good friend to all of us in this great community and everything that he's done. I love you, Joey. We appreciate you for who you are as a person and everything you've done to let us know and keep us updated on our friend Golden Blue Dude, Chris, and rest in peace, brother. So in honor of that, in fact, let me change this to color blue. I guess we'll do blue right here. In honor of Golden Blue Dude, I give you West Virginia 2023. So you look at what they did last year. 5-7 below 500 overall, 3-6 in the Big 12. You have JT Daniels, who was their go-to quarterback last year. He has transferred to Rice, so he's at his 4th or 5th school, 100th school, however you want to look at it. Opened it up on a Thursday night last year with Pitt in the backyard brawl, 38-31. They lost. They lost in overtime to Kansas. They beat teams like Townsend, Virginia Tech. I would consider a pretty good win. They lost to Texas. They had a bye week. They beat Baylor. That was a significant win at home, was against Baylor. That's a tough team to beat. You lost to Texas Tech. You lost to TCU, who was the national runner-up this year. At Iowa State, you lost. Oklahoma, you won. Kansas State, you lost. And then Oklahoma State, you beat. So they failed to go 500. They went 3-6 in the Big 12. I'm not here to rip on them. I would hate to do that, especially with the passing of our friend. Some positives, 30 points per game, not bad, but they were giving up 32. When you're giving up more than you're scoring on average, that's when you're going to get beat in college football and sports in general. That's just how it works. They had 279 total first downs. I could go down the list. They had over 2,000 yards rushing in total. That's pretty good. Over 2,000 passing. Total offense, they had 47 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards. They averaged 5.5 per play. I don't know what they're going to do. JT Daniels is at Rice now. You look at the roster they have coming in this year. I don't know what Bandit is. That's got to be something for West Virginia. I've never heard of that position before. Jared Bartlett, Tarius Simmons, James Hurd. Cornerback, I know that position. Montre Miller is a redshirt senior. He leads the group. Andrew Wilson Lamp, Malachi Ruffin, Josiah Jackson, Deuce Shabazz. The second is a redshirt freshman from Marietta, Georgia. Jacoby Spells is a defensive back. And I could go down the list. I see a lot of redshirt freshmen, redshirt sophomore. I see some fifth-year guys like Anthony Del Negro. So some fifth-year guys in there. Fifth-year defensive lineman Devoan Hawkins. Sean Martin is a junior on the defensive line. A lot of experience on the defensive side of the ball, more so than the offense. West Virginia could actually improve this year. I expect them to. I don't know what to make of the schedule as a whole, so I'm just going to give it my best. Again, we're doing this one in honor of Golden Blue Dude. I wanted to play Country Roads Take Me Home, but again, I just got off the phone with Mayhem Matthew, and we were discussing copyright in YouTube. So you're welcome. Uh, Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. There we go. I at least sang it for you. I'm not the best at it, but again, you're welcome. So they go 5-7 last year, 3-6 in the Big 12. They return tremendous talent. They also lose tremendous talent. They lost JT Daniels to the portal to Rice. As far as the quarterback position goes, they got a lot of experience. Also, some young guys on the offensive line. Then you look at quarterback: Jackson Christ, Sean Boyle, Sam Stoner, Scott Keene, Jake Robbins, Garrett Green, Nico Marchiol is a redshirt freshman. It starts, though, and I could be wrong. When you look at their Gold and Blue spring game, we have it next week on ESPN Plus at 1 o'clock Eastern. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on that. Hopefully I can get it on Hulu and we can watch it in Morgantown, see what's going on down there or up there from my perspective in Alabama. But that being said, I don't know what to make of West Virginia this year. If I'm being honest, I'm still going to give a record prediction. Some improvement this year, I would assume, because they bring a lot of experience back. But let's go ahead and look at the 2023 schedule. The Gold and Blue spring game. Open it up. Start a home and home with Penn State. Now, I like Penn State this year. I think I had Penn State 10-2, 9-3. I had them something like that. But I'm high on them. Duquesne, I almost said Duquesne to mess with y'all. But Duquesne, Pitt in the backyard brawl, that's at home this year. Texas Tech at TCU. So they play the national runner-up. They get a bye week. Welcome in Houston to the Big 12. You got to go on the road there. Oklahoma State at UCF. Welcome them to the Big 12. Welcome BYU and Cincinnati as well. You get those two. Oklahoma on the road, Cincinnati at home, and at Baylor. I don't know what to make of some of these teams. Oklahoma should improve just a little bit. Dylan Gabriel comes back. You got Brent Venables over there. He's going to be good. Cincinnati, Luke Fickell is now over at Wisconsin. What's his name? Scott Satterfield was at Louisville. He comes in for the Bearcats. Again, a team we haven't looked at yet. So I'm going to be honest. I don't have the best of knowledge for most of these Big 12 teams because we haven't done much of the Big 12 this year. I think, if I'm being honest, I think the only teams we've done are TCU and Texas. That sounds familiar. I'm going to say this, that, I do expect West Virginia to have some improvement, but only by a couple games. I think they lose to teams like Penn State. Even though they lost a lot, I still think they could lose at TCU early on. Oklahoma State, I think, is just a better team. Even Oklahoma, I think, is a better team. Late in the year, Oklahoma's going to have some stuff figured out. Cincinnati, I think you could win at home. I'm going to say they pull an upset at Baylor. And I'm also going to say they lose to UCF. I like Gus Malzahn. Again, a team we haven't looked at, but Gus Malzahn is a great head coach. He was great at Auburn. He brings in a great offensive mind where he's running the system. He can play fast tempo. And I just don't know if West Virginia's defense is going to handle that well. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction. I'm going to say 7-5. They still go bowling. And the losses again, Penn State, TCU, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and UCF. Again, their quarterback, JT Daniels, went to Rice. The possible upsets they could pull. And I got them pulling off one late in the year against Baylor. I think they get one. But they could upset Oklahoma. They could get Cincinnati. They could get Penn State. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. But I think they get an extra win or two in there and kind of, I don't want to say get lucky, but I think that they just find some success, find some breathing room this year. And they, they find their rhythm. So, again, I'm going to say 7-5 for West Virginia this year. And again, I tribute this video to Golden and Blue Dude, Joey Foster, the whole Golden and Blue Dude family. Our thoughts and prayers are with you in your recent loss. We are so sorry to hear that news. And just as a YouTube community, we lost someone near and dear to our hearts and to this community. And I believe in God, and I believe that He is going to make things work together for the greater good. Go read Romans 8:28. And we know in all things, God works together for the greater good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. So it's all going to be okay. We're going to get through it. And I just have nothing else to say other than I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please share it out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media checking out. Love you guys. Y'all have a good night.